Hey guys, this is Mythos and welcome back to another Minecraft concept video. So, if you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen that I've worked on improving Seth Bling's design for levelable weapons. And this is what I've come up with. I actually improved it and made levelable and evolvable weapons. It takes his design, and because it's all modular and it would all work the same, I've only done it for swords. I could have done it for bows, boots, chest plates, legs, but it would just involve a lot more redstone blocks and a lot more clockwork and other stuff like that. So it would also involve more scoreboards and create more lag in the world. Well, anyway, let's jump straight into our design here for it. So we will pick up our basic sword, and we need 300 XP, and it's level 1, as you can see on the right side there. So let's place down 5 spiders, because I know exactly how many it will take to get us level up. But we take out him with 2 hits, this guy with 2 hits, and you'll now see that we have sharpness 2 instead of sharpness 1, and the level on the right side has been moved up from 1 to 2. So our sword just leveled up instead of evolved. So let's take out him, and let's take out this guy right here. So we're at level 3, and we have sharpness 3, so it reflects the level of it, pretty much. So let's take out this one last guy, and we get this. Take your weapon to the altar to upgrade. I was thinking I would change it, but I never got around to. There's a bug regarding these enchanting tables, and also summoned items. So summoned entity items, like these, cannot be picked up, no matter what the command is. Whether you give it a cooldown or a pickup delay or not, it cannot be picked up ever. So there's also another bug here, where thrown entity items have trouble detecting the enchanting table that it's on top of, because it is only, I think it's 7/8 of a block tall, if I'm correct. So you have to be really dead on where you throw it. So if we just throw it here, no, that won't work. Pick it up and throw it there. So you'll see we get these particles, and it also brings us up to Ender Sword and summons this gold sword. You'll see there was two for a sec, but because the feature Mojang implemented where stacks merge together to reduce lag, it doesn't actually work. So I gave these give command blocks here, so we can showcase this before the bug is patched. But now we have our Ender Sword level 1. And we have our Ender Sword here, which is sharpness 3, knockback 2, and unbreaking 10. Oh, spider jockey. Hello. Damn guy. So let's just take out a couple of these spiders. This one needs 900 XP before it gets before it evolves, and it does take a little while for it to evolve. So we kill. Come on. So 600. We're level 2 now, and we get sharpness 4. So if we come over to these spiders and we just kill a couple more spiders, we should get promoted up to level 5 or level 3. Sorry. Let's spawn a couple more of these and take them out. And it repeats itself one more time for a diamond sword. I will run into how this works just after I finish demonstrating. So there we go, we're level 3 now. And we have sharpness 5. And we can just two-shot these spiders still. Kind of sad. Maybe sharpness 6 would one-shot them. But it does have unbreaking 10, so it does not break. Anyway, if we spawn 3 more, I think. Actually, it would only be 2 more. But anyway. There we go. Take your weapon to the altar to upgrade. So if we go over to the altar now and we throw this gold sword down, we get the particles and it spawns this diamond sword in. So that's pretty cool. Just upgrades the weapon and we get our master sword. So I did not actually, or I did, sorry. I added this in for the master sword just so you can see it. It starts off with sharpness 2, works its way to sharpness 4, and also has fire aspect 2, but that doesn't change. It's just fire aspect, sharpness all the way up, and just the sharpness level increases. So each sword is a little bit better than the next one, and each one does work a little bit better, but for the time being, that's all we're going to do. So we have this fill clock here. This fill clock runs right down to here, and that is what we're doing our redstone in, which I will jump into right now. So we're going to start our redstone right here, and or it's not really redstone, but command blocks. We have this one here, which is testing for a player with a basic sword of 1 and selected item slot 1. So basically, if you're holding a iron sword, you will get, if we go to scoreboard, objectives, set display, sidebar, and we go to basic sword, you'll see I have that massive score there. So if I was to take out a iron sword, it's in combat, and then we put it into slot 1. This isn't working. Okay, there we go. It just took it away from me. There we go, now it's working. For whatever reason, it was just kind of lagging a bit. But you'll see, if I have it in my hand, it's outputting, and it is actually going up 1, but if I remove it, it will repower this torch and just reset the score back to 0. That's not necessary, it's just a nice little feature that I thought I would implement. And we will move on to this block here. So this one tests for a player with a basic sword XP needed of between 180 to 209. So this is what we test for a player when their XP is running out. So how do we do that? How do we give the player XP? Well, basically, we're going scoreboard players test at player, use basic 1-1. So that could not be done in multiplayer for whatever reason. You cannot have, or you could actually, never mind. But anyway, it's outputting into this comparator, which goes into this command block, which removes a basic score, or basic sword XP needed 30. So every time you use this, to hit something, to hit a spider or a skeleton or what have you, it will take away 30 experience from experience needed, and once you hit 0, it will just set it back to, it will just give you the message for upgrade. So we also have this scoreboard player set at player use basic, so it will just set your use basic score back to 0. So that is pretty nifty. It does, I'm only going to explain one of these. I'm not going to jump into what it does for the gold sword, what it does for the diamond sword as well, because it's the exact same thing. There's no point in jumping into all three for the same, like this setup here and this setup here and this setup here are the exact same. It's just 3 separate command blocks, or codes for resetting scores. This one is the leveling system. Like I said, it goes from 180 to 209. So each 3 hits, it will bring you down, or each 4 hits rather, it will go 30, so it will go 270, 240, 210, but still outside this bracket, and then 180. So it will bring it right down to here, and this is just a precautionary measure to make sure it works. And once it gets that, it will first of all fire this one, because this one is the lowest on the axis that they're stacked. So the way command blocks fire is, if I was to provide all of these with a redstone source at the exact same time, it will fire the bottom one first, or in turn, if they're stacked horizontally, it will go from the negative first. So it will come from here and go to here, or it will go from here and come to here. So that's a little thing that's pretty neat when you're using command blocks, just the order in which they fire. So then it also clears it, and then it gives us the new one with the upgraded sharpness level. That's the same on this one here, and also for, I've actually lost it now, the one for the diamond sword. I don't even know if it exists. It should do though, probably around here somewhere. Anyway, it's not too important, you know how it works. Secondly, or lastly, we have this. So this is a pretty cool system. You'll see these 2 redstone blocks have nothing on the top, but they do have comparators outputting. So what is that? Well, if we look at this, we have scoreboard players test basic iron sword minus 100 to 0. So if you go past minus 100, I should probably set that to minus 1000 just to be on the safe side. If you go past 0, or get to 0, it will actually output a signal to these 2 command blocks, which gives you the notification that your sword is eligible to be evolved if you take it to the altar up there. So then it fires this one here, which just executes at a no, it doesn't execute. It sets a block right here. It sets a command block right there with the command test for block, or execute at entity with a basic score I, or basic sword I equals 1, minus 1 of that. So 1 and below any entity with a basic sword I score of 1. That's taken directly from set blings, and then it's test for block enchanting table. So underneath the score, when I throw this, it's testing for a enchanting table. So once that is set, it is set here. So it can start testing. That's basically an AND gate. How is it an AND gate? Well, that means you need to have this score of 0 before this even gets here, and then you can output to this chain of command blocks here. Then we also just have this powered command block here that just sets this back to air. So once you are finished, or you reset the score of the basic sword, it will just power this again and set this back to air. So what does this change of command blocks do? Well, it's the exact same as this over here, but we just have one extra command block right here that just resets the enter sword and all of that. So, and sets the level to 1, sorry. We have a particle enchantment table. Again, it's something with a basic sword score of 1. and we also have the execute at, again, the basic sword I, because an execute command cannot have data tags, so you need to give it a property of a scoreboard for you to do an execute command at an entity on the ground. So this then fires into this, and the first command block that fires is this one, and it resets the basic sword value of XP needed. So if we go to scoreboard, doesn't matter actually, I will just explain it. So when the XP needed score is up and the basic sword is there, so it's at 0 or minus, whatever it's at, as soon as this one is fired, it will just remove that from the scoreboard, so it no longer exists. After that, this one fires. This one is the one that sets the intersword XP needed to 900. So as soon as this one fires, the XP needed intersword value is added over here, and that's the gold sword. So you need your 30 hits with that to get to the next level. It also just adds the level XP needed to 1. So you saw the level thing over here when I was demonstrating. And it kills entity of score basic sword 1. So it will just kill the entity that's on top of this. Because you don't want 2 swords there after you've just evolved your sword. So that's basically how this works. It's pretty simple, and excuse my phone going in the background. It's just a mess of command blocks, really. I could have done this a lot neater if I had really tried, but I was on my laptop and I get about 20 frames a second on that, so I really was not in the mood to do neat command block work. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. If I was to do all of the other stuff like chest plates, boots, legs, helmets, it would just be the exact same, but just instead of using use item, we'd have a different way of detecting how it is used. Maybe through damage or through movement, or again attacking we could do. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did like this command block concept, be sure to leave me a like. I don't ask them a lot in videos, actually, I just realized, but they do help out a lot. And welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm sorry I haven't posted in over a week, and I do try to make it my business to upload at least once a week. So let me know what you think and whether or not I should try work on this a bit more. Maybe design a mini game around it or something. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.